is a master at changing media narratives, changing the subject, garnering the attention. In this case, loads and loads of sympathy from public officials.
The Trump Pennsylvania shooting, was it staged? That has been the question that has been in the minds of concerned United States of American citizens and also critics who has actually critically looked at the video that has been surfaced on the internet and also the report by FBI. Well, there's this particular former military agent who actually said something in this video, which we're going to be playing for you later. And we're also going to be showing you analysis that has been done of the Trump shooting. So do well to watch this video to the end, and at the end of the video let me know in the comment section to know if you feel or think this attempt on Trump's life was actually staged.
The person that tried to end Donald Trump's life earlier was just identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. This guy right here. Now this is an image from a video. I had to blur out, obviously, what we know as the thing that he used to try and take out Donald Trump. But this is him right there on the roof of that building lining, right up with Donald Trump. There's actually a video that you can find online if you go search for it, where somebody standing behind them is yelling at the Secret Service, telling them that they see the guy on the roof, and the Secret Service does nothing before it's too late. Now, this is the diagram of where the building was that Thomas was on top of right there. And this is where the stage was, where Donald Trump was located at. So he had a direct line of sight to Donald Trump. This another view right here, the aerial view. That is where the stage was right there. And that building is where Thomas was located at. And then that white barn right there, that's probably where you've seen that Secret Service agent on the roof. He's the one that actually took Thomas out. Now, the FBI did have a press conference and didn't release any other information besides he is from the Pennsylvania area. He's 20 years old, and this is the man that tried to end Donald Trump's life. He has been taken out, and he is unalive now.
I'm a former military man myself, so I know a little bit about security. Let me explain something to you about this situation and just how curious it is. Okay? Curious is the word I'm going to use, maybe even interesting. These events are organized, they're structured, they're planned days in advance. There are no pop-up rallies. No. They are highly coordinated events between law enforcement and Secret Service agents. They'll get to the area, they'll scope it out, find all the hot spots, whether the clear lines of sight, the perch positions. They'll never allow open windows or anything like that. They learned all this from the Kennedy days. That's why you don't have assassination attempts that often at rallies, ever really, because they learned a lot from the Kennedy days. And so what they'll do is they'll scope the area out. In fact, they'll look at all the hot spots. They'll look at all the perch positions, rooftops especially. They don't even like rooftops. But what's curious about this situation is the very position the shooter was in, they would have 2 or 3 agents in full battle rattle, security personnel up on that position. Yes, you heard me. The very position that shooter was on. That's very curious to me. Let's talk a little bit more about this shooter. This shooter had all the right conditions for them. Thank goodness they did not succeed. But let's just talk about the situation they were in. They had a perfect elevated position, clear line of sight. He had a tripod, a scope. He even had good weather. Folks, that don't happen. That don't just happen. Just like, when Tom Brady said he didn't know nothing about the footballs and Bill Belichick knew that they didn't know nothing about the footballs, the Patriots, that several years ago. Troy Aikman came on TV and said, as a star quarterback, NFL quarterback, Hall of Fame, he said that just doesn't happen, folks. That kind of thing just doesn't happen. Now there are videos of clear audio. I didn't say edited audio. I didn't say staged audio. I said this is clear audio at the time. And there are 2 things happening when they hurl him off the stage. One, Secret Service does something that's very curious. They pause and let him get his shoe. That wouldn't have happened, folks. No way, no how. They could care less about what articles of clothing you lose. They will slam you to the floor like a rag doll and then pile on top of you and drive you out of there in the lowest profile possible in 5 to 7 seconds. That's actually how they're trained to do it. And the second thing is they will never let you wait and pause for a photo and rear your head. That would never happen, folks. Never, never, never. So Just think about that. Very, very curious. I'm not suggesting this, but some would suggest and have said that Trump is a master at changing media narratives, changing the subject, garnering the attention. In this case, loads and loads of sympathy from public officials and leaders around the world. Pretty good.